back to my channel. So today we're watching episode 24 of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. So on the last episode, they were on exam number 2. They were going into a labyrinth, and they need to get to the bottom of this labyrinth. Some teams formed up. Instead of listening to Denkin to work together to get to this labyrinth. There was a hothead. He was like, no, this is not, we're not a team. This is a competition. And he went on ahead, and then other teams broke off and went on ahead. Frieren was like, firm, let's go. Let's just go in there. And the person who's running this exam said, you know what? I'm going to go follow you two. And then she slowly realized that Frieren seems a little bit odd. Like, how has she been surviving all these 100 years? Because as we see, she fell for that chest yet again. I'm sure we all fell for chest before, but she was like, maybe I shouldn't have come with this group. But then she kind of was looking at Fern and was like, I really like how Fern seems like she's mature and she's got her back. Even though Fern's older and she likes to do these things, it just seems like they make a good team. So maybe in the end she was like, maybe I made the right choice. Then we go and we have, I can't remember his name, but silver hair with the fur. His team, they encountered themselves. It was themselves. All three of them, they were like made of sand, and they got to fight each other. And then Denkin and his team, they encountered Frieren. The sand, the stone version, the copy of Frieren. So it looks like they are going to have to survive, and they are going to be thrown copies of themselves that they got to fight off. They did receive bottles, and if they break the bottle, like this ogre, or I can't remember the name of it, an orc, I don't remember the name they gave it, will come out and take you out of the labyrinth, but you failed the exam. We did see that a girl, she was trapped. The walls had like spikes, and they were like coming in for her. And the Duncan's like, Duncan, he's like, you need to use your bottle. You're gonna die if you don't. So she used it and she was able to get out of there. But she's done with the exam. I would be too. If I got trapped and the walls were closing in with spikes, I would be like, you know what? I'm not ready for this title of, first class mage. So I'm just gonna go back home and be a second class mage or something, third class. But let's get into episode 24 and see how they handle these copies of themselves. What is his name again? Wilbur? Willman? Wilbur? Willman? I can't remember.
Denkin.
Oh, I was right. Denkin. At least I remember his name. Denkin.
実体を持った実力も魔力も技術さえも模倣した完璧な複製体だ。なぜ前世さんがこのダンジョンを試験会場に？複製体は自分と互角の相手だ。犠牲を出さずに倒すには冷静な自己分析とチームワークが必要になる。実に平和主義者の彼女らしい試験内容だ。
This girl. Oh my gosh, what the hell?
あの複製体はどの
How
程度
did
ま
they
で完
even
璧
get
な私の
that?
コピーだと
How
思
did
う？
she even get that?
ユーベル、君ってさ、戦いの最中でも饒舌なタイプでしょ。黙ったら死んじゃうような。
よく観察してるね。そうだね、死んじゃうかも。物静かだ。 記憶や人格まではコピーしていないってことかな。
Right. It's gonna know all your moves, Yubel.
多分喋れないだけだ。
You got no healing
最
magic?
初の襲撃の時、あれは僕の懐から。
That's what
脱
happened
出用
to Holy, and she just took it.
なるほ
I
ど
guess you
ね
ain't getting out of
確か
there.
に私ならそうする。
こち
Yeah.
らに対する知識もある。
Right, right. It's
僕た
you.
ちを追い詰めたのに追撃してこないのは、君のソルガニールを警戒しているからだ。
それか、いたぶるのを楽しんでいるからね。
笑えないね。
ひどい出血だ。
There's really no like healing
メ
magic
ガネ
you
く
can
ん
do.
さ、このまま
Cauterize
じゃ長
that,
くないよ。
something.
最後に一つ。
Dang, I always forget about his ability. You don't know if he's a real one or not. She'll just get the
Does
wrist.
she need
I
something
don't
on
think
him?
he need to be.
メガ
I don't know.
僕がそんなお人よ
Maybe
しに見
he
えた
do
のか。
because I wouldn't want
い
him
や、
as a
全
villain
然。
because he's just
とい
he
う
got
か、
too
そん
many
なことどうでも
tricks
い
up
い。
his sleeves.
メガネくんがさ、私の瓶を受け取ろうとしなかった。
Right. Cause
でも
him.
嫌なんでしょ。だから私は、メガネくんのせいで私が死んでしまう状況を作った。ありがとうね、メガネくん。いや、頑張かかるかな。だいぶ最深部に近づい
Those
て
two
る
are
と思うんだけど
dangerous.
ね。あそこに階段があります。ちょっとマップ、このフロアは探索して。
Basically need in this labyrinth. Ooh. One of them starts smiling. You better just get out of there. What? They found the Yiga hideout. That's what those stairs look like.
フリーレン様、埋葬された王の功績が描かれているな。これほど保存状態のいい統一王朝期の壁画は初めて見た。価値ある発見だ。
Isn't this your labyrinth? You've never been up and around here to see this? I guess she didn't know about that secret room. Oh, I thought she was gonna step on like a brick and the brick was gonna do something, like a trap or something. Oh, they met up with each other.
この
Kara,
先の広間を越えれ
you
ば迷
on the
宮
other
の
side of
精
the
神
door?
部家人だってもう半日になる。
Oh, this is the first time they're seeing this.
完璧な複製体、確かにあれは私と同等の力を持っているみたい
If
だ
it
ね。
was perfect, she'd be wandering
あ
around
の複
looking
製
for
体を
treasure.
何とかしない限り最深部へたどり着く何か手立てはあるか。
そうだね。あれがもしも私を完全に再現したものだとしたら、弱点は生身の魔法使いと同じかな。では失礼して。
Why? Oh.
これは今日しませんね。いい匂い。普通は大きな魔力差がなければ通用するはずなんです。私の目を見てく
She's
ださ
like,
い。
ooh, you smell nice.
精神操作魔法も無理ですね。私ではフリーレンさんの精神防御が破れません。あらあら。
対戦があるようだな。
Get your hands off
精神防御の構築は複雑
That's
で
so
強固です
cute,
が、
Fern.
だいぶ古い術式のようです。
Get your
精
hands
神魔法の専門家なら
That was
脆弱
cute.
性をつけるかもしれません。
受験者の中で
エーデル2級魔法使いなら可能かと。ですが私と違って戦闘能力は皆無な人なので、正直ここまで来られるかどう。
あれは何だと思う？
Oh, that's her. I was like, I don't know who Ebel is. I know Ubel, but I don't know Ebel. It's her. We need to break our bottle.
お前の声。
魔法はわしの一族のなりわいじゃが。それでも目を合わせて声をかけねばならん。
不可能ではないんだな。
心があればの話じゃが。
どのくらい時間を稼げば。
15秒じゃ。
どういうことだ？
They found you. Oh, that
今に
is.
は現代魔法戦において防御魔法を手数で攻める輩は大抵後者じゃ。驚いた。まさかその教官のような重さで魔法の前面、まさかそれよりも早く破られるとはな。だが目はあったの。優秀な魔法使いほど敵をよく見る。
Oh my gosh.
に模倣している
Is
だ
that
けじゃ。
team about to get clapped?
わしらでは絶対に勝てぬな。武闘派連中のところまで全力で逃げろ。わしは潮時と言った通りもう帰る。痛いのはもういい。
Break that thing! Jeez.
便利じゃの。安全確保までしてくれるのか。
俺たちのに
There they are. Okay. That's the guy who went alone? Really? You sitting in a corner crying after all that big talk about not wanting to
現
work
状
with
情報
anybody.
がとこ
Wow.
ろがの場合は力技になるだろうけどね。
できるのか。
そう、わかんない。
Oh, they still fighting each other.
まったく。ただ思った通り、相性は悪くなさそうだ。だが、俺は勝ち方を知る。どんな相手、どんな状況だろうとな。
殺せるかもしれません。
What?
そう、はい。じゃあ、作戦を立てようか。
Well, those replicas are pretty strong. I need to stop believing Mr. Land because Mr. Land, he can produce these many replicas at a time, and you just don't know which one is the real him. So when he was laid there, cut up, missing his bottle, and I was like, when did that happen? How did that happen? Anyway, so you just don't know. She just doesn't know if it's a real him or if it's not him. But she was like testing him, and she was like, "Oh, take my bottle, get out of here." And he was like, "No." And then that's when she was like, "Oh, okay, this isn't the real him." So she can figure it out, but he be confusing me sometimes. So we learned that hypnosis does not work on these replicas because they're mindless. They're just there for combat. The only way it looks like you're going to be able to defeat them is just combat. You're just gonna have to best them in combat. Fern, she is like, I could probably defeat her. And Fern's like, oh, okay, let's come up with a plan and let's see how it goes. I mean, when she was rescued, when she was young, they could already sense that she had this power. And she was pretty strong. And she's been learning from Frieren, and we'll just see what happens. Everyone's in there just trying to survive, to get to the bottom of the dungeon. I don't know where he was, the first guy who had that whole speech about how they shouldn't be working together and just went in the maze on his own. I don't know where he was, but he was just alone reminiscing his choice. Okay, he could have at least went with another person or another teammate or something, but he wanted to be big bad and go in there all alone, and we just see him in a corner somewhere hiding. Like, did he give up? Obviously he didn't give up, because if he had given up, he would have broke his thing and got out of there, unless his bottle got taken and he can't get out of there. He's just stuck down there. But or he like fell for a trap and he's just trapped in that room and he doesn't have his bottle, then he's just trapped in there. But I guess it doesn't really matter. And then we saw two girls. They are in there surviving and working together. So we'll have to see what plan Fern comes up with, so they can take down that replica of Frieren and get to the next step of trying to get to the bottom of this labyrinth. But then, old girl, who is an idea was it to do the exam, she's also in there. I didn't even think about how her replica could also be down in there. So yeah, that was a good episode. So if you like my reaction, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Full reaction of this is on Patreon. Thanks for watching.